So guys, welcome. Is Garak gay? Is Mr. Garak the plain, simple tailor, the only Cardassian right left on Deep Space Nine? And we meet him in the very beginning of Deep Space Nine with his meeting with Julian Bashir, with Dr. Bashir, and that's the guy that it seems he had a liking to, a fancy to. And all throughout the show, of course, there was never an actual depiction of it. So even though there was always these kind of rumors or, speculation, there you go, speculation was full name Elim Garak, right? Mr. Garak, Elim Garak was probably gay or he might have been. So now, if you look it up, it says while the character of Elim Garak is not explicitly portrayed as gay on screen, his sexual orientation was the subject of much discussion, with the showrunner, Ira Steven Behr, later confirming that he did consider the character to be gay. The actor who played Garak, Andrew J. Robinson, also interpreted Garak's character as being attracted to Julian Bashir, with the dynamic manifesting as subtext and flirting in the show. However, due to network restrictions, a more overt portrayal of Garak's sexuality was not permitted, and an eventual relationship with Tora Ziyal was written into the story, and that's, of course, Gul Dukat's daughter, which really kind of went awry if you remember what happened with poor Tora Ziyal. I chatted with Andrew Robinson a couple times. A really great guy. My book had just come out, and his book had just come out. We were just like comparing notes and saying hello, and it was great. I always loved your performance, and he was thanks. He's like, good luck with the books. That was cool. But bottom line is that the speculation about Garak being gay got to the point where now just recently, in I guess the last season of Lower Decks, the animated show, they paired up Garak and Bashir. So while sexuality was ambiguous and hinted at in Deep Space Nine, with both the actor and writers expressing that they intend to portray him as gay, Garak, it was never explicitly shown. But of course, in Lower Decks, it was, and they actually made, a pairing and a relationship, a marriage. But it was an alternate universe, so it wasn't the real Garak or the prime Garak or Bashir. It was an alternate universe in an episode called Fisher Quest. So what do you think? I mean, back in the early 90s, Deep Space Nine ran for 7 seasons from 92 to 99, I believe, right? So that was a weird sort of time. And in terms of, expressing more sexuality, certainly gay relationships. And so it was never, again, properly depicted or what have you, but it was always sort of, in that mix. And Andrew Robinson, who played Garak, always said that that's how he played the character. He wanted him to be, he called him omnisexual. So it wasn't quite that he was gay. He was just sort of, maybe they call it pansexual today, omnisexual. He was sort of attracted to anyone he felt he should be attracted to. So, bisexual, omnisexual, whatever you want to call it. I guess if you're an alien, right, you're being attracted to a humanoid, or Vulcan, Ferengi, Romulan, what have you, Klingon, I guess that would be more maybe omnisexual, because there's so many, races, humanoid races, maybe others too. So that's what he felt was more appropriate. So what do you think? I think what's interesting is that Andrew Robinson, I guess when his book came out about the same time as mine, though I think his book was on acting. He's an acting teacher as well. Then he wrote a novel. He wrote a DS9, a Star Trek novel. And he said it was all from the perspective of him kind of penning a letter to Bashir. Not so much a love letter, but just like a letter like friendship or maybe love. And so what's interesting to me is the more sort of power or, artistic expression an actor can get and kind of bring from a script. So even though the scripts were never, overtly or even hinted truly at him being gay or liking Bashir, Andrew Robinson always kind of played it like that. He might have toned it down, then later, because I guess maybe the network or, Paramount was like, cool it guys or whatever. But Ira Steven Behr, the showrunner, and Andrew Robinson was like, no, we really kind of want him to be gay, but we understand the particulars and the climate at the time. So what do you think? Is is Garak gay? I guess he isn't officially, but now in Lower Decks, his mirror universe or his alternate universe character is. And that means so is Bashir, which again is a whole different thing, because if Garak is gay, it's one thing, and if he's attracted to Bashir. But Bashir always was attracted to Dax and Ezri, so I never see anything with Bashir exhibiting any type of, gay proclivities, but Garak, I guess, is a different story. So give us your thoughts, give us your feedback. Hope you're enjoying, hope you're subscribing. See you soon.